Okay, guys, so today we're going to be watching 15 riddles you need to solve to survive. Apparently, from Brightside, we will be reacting to them and answering them. Boom, best intro I've ever made.
Do people often compliment your analytical skills and logical thinking? Do you realize who the criminal is as soon as you open a new detective novel?
No, because I'm not a detective and I didn't go through 20,000 years.
Then you might love this challenge. So, ready, set, go. Number 1. A locked room.
I hope this is not hard.
You have a storeroom in your house that can be locked with a special padlock. It gets closed without a key, but to open it, you have to use one. The only person who has the key is you, and there are no duplicates. You lock the door carefully every evening, but one day, a golden brooch that was stolen from the museum the day before is found lying in the middle of your storeroom. The police suspect that you're the thief because no one else has the key and you live alone. You know for sure that you're innocent, but then how did the brooch appear in the room? You have 10 seconds.
I have no idea. What? How? What?
To clear yourself.
But I don't get it. What is did the key get stolen or something? I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Okay, sure. I don't know. Just.
While you were in the storeroom, the real criminal changed the padlock. You didn't need the key to close it, so you didn't realize it had been changed. Later, the thief opened the padlock with his own key and left the brooch inside the room.
Wow. I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, for sure.
Number 2. Mysterious doors. You've been driving your car for hours, but eventually you would...
Dude, where are you going? Here to, I don't know. Where are you going? Hours? Take a plane, dude. Jeez.
Admit that you've gotten lost. You're tired, thirsty, hungry, and have no...
Wait, if you go on a road trip, you go without a GPS? Are you sure you memorize all that? What is this, dude?
...money to buy anything. Suddenly, on the side of the road, you see 4 doors. Behind the first door, there's plenty of drinking water. The second door hides tons of tasty dishes. Behind the third door, there's a cozy hotel room with a comfortable bed. And if you open the fourth door, you'll see piles of money. Which door will you open first?
Am I the only one wondering this? But if you open the door, can't you, when you're coming in, can't you see what's behind it? Probably nothing. How do they give you water or food or a bed? Or how do they fit a bed behind that? These things did. I'd say you go for water. Because, yeah.
The very first door you should open is your car door.
Dude. Serious? You little troll. You little troll.
Number 3. A werewolf mystery. Last night, during a full moon, several people disappeared in the city. Locals believe that the culprit was a werewolf, and you're invited to investigate this case. There are 3 suspects, Jack, Levi, and Luke, but all of them have alibis. Jack was walking with his girlfriend near the river. Levi was choosing a silver ring for himself in the mall. And Luke, who is a museum guard, had the night shift at work. You have just 10 seconds to learn the truth.
It's Levy. It's Levy because the store would be closed. And if it's not Levy, well, I don't know.
Jack was walking under the full moon and didn't turn into a werewolf. Levi wasn't afraid to put on silver rings. The werewolf is Luke.
You serious? Dude.
Number 4. A big mistake. A famous criminal, Ben, was hired to steal.
Ben the Builder, Bob the Builder, famous criminal. Ben? You couldn't think of another name like Jeff or Jack? Jeff the Killer? Ben? Seriously?
Steal important documents from a wealthy businessman. The man was in England at that time, and Ben had to take a flight from New York to London. There, he headed to the necessary hotel and bribed the receptionist to tell him where the businessman stayed. His room is on the 3rd floor, the first one on the right. When Ben reached the correct door, he knocked, but there was no answer. So he broke into the room and started to search for the documents. But soon, the man realized that it was the wrong room. How could that happen if the receptionist hadn't lied?
He was at the hotel. He left?
In England, they call the first floor ground floor. It means that the businessman actually lived on the 4th floor. Number 5. A jail.
How am I supposed to know that? I don't live in England. How am I supposed to know that, dude?
Jailbreak. You've been captured and kept in a jail for several months. One day, you manage to open your cell and get out into the hall. There are 3 exits. A huge, vicious-looking man guards one of them. The second has angry dogs. And in front of the 3rd exit, there's a timer ticking down to an explosion in 5 minutes.
Why do I feel like this? But there's always the first 2 random, and then the timer one. In every single one of Brightside's riddles, there's at least one of the timer ones. You wait for 5 minutes. Wait for it to explode, and then go. Like, come on. Give us a different variety.
Which exit will you choose? Wait until the explosion is over and get out through the
See?
3rd exit. Number 6. A cursed house.
This is the last one we're gonna do. That looks weird.
Once a traveler heard about a cursed house. There lived a vampire and a beauty. And since rumor had it that the
Beauty and the Beast?
beauty was held in the house against her will, the man decided to help the girl. But when he was talking to her, he suddenly shouted, "The vampire is returning! We have to hide in the basement and lock the door." And so they did. But in the morning, the traveler was already turned into a vampire. You have 10 seconds to figure out how the vampire got to him.
The girl was the vampire. Boom. If that's wrong, this is the last one. The girl is the vampire.
The beauty was the vampire.
Boom. Okay. So that's all. Okay, guys. So that's all we're going to be doing for today. And yeah.